guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the things I hated about public school because some of you know, I don't know if all of you guys know this, but I am homeschooled now, so I don't go to public school anymore, and I just really hated public school in general. I didn't like it at all. So I'm going to be telling you guys the main things that I didn't like about school that just annoyed me. Not really the reasons why I left public school. I left public school because I didn't feel like I was getting a good education, and I couldn't take any more of it. So that is why I left public school. But these are some of the reasons why I hated public school so much. So let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I hated about public school was the way that kids judge you about your outfits. I was never one to match my outfits, and that gave me a lot of like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but you know, like, I don't know what I'm looking for, but like, so one time I had these, they were from Kohl's, and they were by the Mud brand. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a brand, and they were like these, like a mix between leggings and yoga pants, and they were like really loose, and then they were really loose around the legs, so they were almost like gypsy pants or whatever you guys want to call them, but they were like this turquoise color, and they had this really pretty pattern on them, and someone said that they look like pajama pants, and then like everyone thought they looked like pajama pants, so I never wore them again. I didn't even wear them as pajama pants because I was so like kind of embarrassed about it, and I don't know, people never really got my style of clothes, and so none of my outfits really matched. But you know what, you do you, because if the people that you hang out with, or people at school that you don't hang out with, if they don't accept you for who you are, then obviously they're not for you. Find someone else. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay. The second thing I hated about public school, most people hate this about public school, is can I go to the bathroom? So we had this planner thing, and you had like 6 slots that you could use to either go to the bathroom or like go to the library, or you know, stuff like that. So like hallway pass, but it was in your planner, so you had to buy the planner at the beginning of the year for $5, and then they would fill it out, or they would like fill it out with a signature, and then if somebody was like, why are you in the hall, then you could show them that, and it would be all good. But you only got like 6 or 7 of them, and so if you had a really nice teacher, she would just let you go and not sign the thing. But the teachers that I had were mainly literally like strict teachers, and I mean, like, I liked a teacher like that because they just got things done, where the nicer teachers just like played all day, they didn't really do anything. But then I was always the one that was like, no, you can't go to the bathroom, because I don't know, but I hated that about public school. Like, I need to go to the bathroom right now, so can I go, you know? Yeah. So now I can go to the bathroom whenever I want, you know? The next thing I hated about public school was science. I absolutely hated science class. It all started out in 6th grade when I first went to middle school. I had a teacher, not gonna say his name because I don't wanna, you know, whatever. But I had a teacher, and he was a guy, whatever, yeah. So, I don't know, science just was not my thing to begin with, and I would study for hours and hours, and I would fail the tests. And so I was like, well, is there anything I can do to get my grade up? Like, can I do some extra credit, or, you know, something like that? And the thing that he said to me was, well, you could work harder, or you could try harder. And I'm like, yes, thank you, sir, but I'm already like studying for like 3 hours a day trying to pass this test, and it's obviously not helping, and you just made me more insecure about myself. And yeah, and then I have a science teacher in 7th grade, and she didn't really like me, and I didn't really like her, so it was kind of like a so I don't know, everybody loved her, but, and she loved everyone else, but no, we didn't love each other, so that was kind of like so yeah, I hated science class. It's still my least favorite subject. The fourth one, group projects. I absolutely hated group projects because what would happen is I would always get the people that didn't want to work on the project, right? And I've always been a person that like I just want to get things done and over with so that like I don't have to worry about it anymore. And so they're all like, oh, la-di-da, yeah, we can take up to a week. And I'm like, people, why don't you just get it done so that you don't have to worry about it and you can do your other homework? And or like they'd be like, oh, well, you can do that, can't you? And I was like, well, it's a group project, isn't it? It's not just an Olivia project, it's a group project. And so I was really frustrated with that as well. Yeah, and whenever I'd ask to do the project by myself, the teachers would always be like, well, it's a group project, so I don't really know, I'm gonna have to think about it. Or like, well, it's a lot of work for one person. I was like, well, I don't care. I want to do it on my own. I do it on my own anyways, so why give somebody else the credit when they didn't do it? And I did it by myself. And it's just like, I hated group projects, definitely. School dances. Number 5 is school dances. School dances were like the worst. So in intermediate school, which is 3rd through 5th grade, we had this thing called a mega party. We had them like once a year or whatever. And so basically what it was is they opened up the gymnasium and the cafeteria, and in the cafeteria they had like popcorn machines and cotton candy machines and chips and pops and waters and whatever, you know, everything like that. And then in the gymnasium they had like a bunch of like blow up bouncy houses and blow up, you know, stuff like that. And then they had like carnival games, and so it was like this huge thing. And so it was like one time a year and the whole school would get invited to it. And there was like some drama going around about a girl and a guy, and she got really upset at me about something. I don't know, I can't remember why she got upset at me, but she did. And so then I started crying because, like I told you guys, I'm a very emotional person. And then everybody was looking at me and it was so stressful. And then in middle school we have a dance thing, so it's basically like the same thing, but they'd either do it in the pit, which is like a, I don't really know how to explain it to you, but there's like this big hole in the ground thing with carpet in it, you know. And so kids usually hang out in that area before like school starts or something like that, or they'd have it in the auditorium. And so that would be the dance part. And then in the cafeteria would be the food and everything like that. And then you could go down to the gym and you could play like dodgeball or basketball or anything like that. And all the classrooms and the lockers were like blocked off, so you couldn't like hang out there or whatever. And so there always seemed to be some type of problem at these dances, and I don't know why, but like everybody had a problem with someone, and I was always a friend of someone. And like, you know, to pick sides. And it's like, so like if you hang out with someone and they're like, well, why are you hanging out with them and why aren't you hanging out with me? So then if you hang out with them, they're like, why'd you leave me and go hang out with them? And then it's just like, what? Or like you have a best friend issue with your best friend, and then the whole school is like, oh, what's going on with you two? You always used to be hanging out and now you're not. And now it's just like, and so school dances were not my thing, absolutely not. And I was never really one to step up for myself. I'm not that type of person. It's just like scares me so bad. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I absolutely hated about public school. They're kind of just like, I know like everybody goes through them, but I felt like it was just like, now that I think about it, it felt like it was a lot worse than other people did. And yeah, I don't know. But anyways, so I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys sometime with another video. And yeah, subscribe, tap the bell to be notified every time I post. Like this video, and I will see you guys sometime. And love you guys. Bye!